Now it's time to understand the SD-WAN topic. I'm gonna go through it, okay? And it will be a quick, and there's gonna be a question coming up. Just write it down in the comment, and I will be replying to those. And if you see other guys, if other guys need some simple explanation, help them out, okay? So let's start with this chapter. Now, fabric technologies. Now, what is a fabric itself? Fabric in here, it means one device that's controlling everything. You're controlling from your PC everything. So the idea is that. So the contents in these chapters are about what is an SD-WAN and what is the main purpose of this. So it's not, I will, they have a lot of fancy words in it, but we don't need that. First, SD-WAN, it works on, it creates a direct connection to your HQ. So that means you have a direct connection over your main connection. Like if you need the cables and everything, okay? You need the you need the routing protocol, but you will have, after you create the routing protocol and that base layer, you will add the add-ons, and that add-ons will be called SD-WAN softwares, which is now vmanage. Now, the future, what that vmanage does, automation. It's booting up, and then you can see the ports. The ports there, you can monitor them. The ports, how much internet they're going in, just monitoring stuff. And host mobility it means that there will be a dynamic IP assigned, okay? But that device, the one you have, okay? So actually, the concept of this actually is that the SD-WAN, you will have a router, okay? But the AP link, okay, your access point, this is where it means that you will have the same connection throughout the room. That's what it is. And identity service is that your router will be settled into one place. So you have to adjust. You have to put the location for your router. Okay. Now it will be satellite. Satellite wise, it will be known like on this latitude and longitude. This router is there. So this is what is identity services is. That's how Cisco will authenticate, and you will know from which place the network is there, of who is coming in. That's what it is. Now, policy enforcement are your ACL, how the network, like which ports. So YouTube, you have YouTube and all, right? You want to direct them to another place. So you don't want them to use your main MPLS line, which is which is your personal connection, but you have an internet connection, which is not so secure. So you will send them all, you will, separate them. This is the separation. Secure segmentation, VLAN, the VXLAN, that's what it is. Network virtualization, so that's your overlay, which is your VRF, okay? You will have your own route map. This router, you will be sharing everyone will be sharing one route map. So I will know everything about you, and this router, you will give access, and the branch router, you can give him access where his connection. Like that router will not talk to your another branch for security wise. So zero trust policy is very easy to implement. Now that's what it is. Now SD access is basically your switch. Then after your Cisco DNA, when the fabric is managed, so you will have another, you will have another console where you can see from your DNA center, design provision. Where is it? SD accessible camp. Okay, so you have SD-WAN will see the everything. Okay, you will have now to control the SD-WAN, you will have the WAN router, but then you will also have within those branches the switches. Okay, you will have the switches, right? That's the access. So that's switch, and SD access is the same. Now you will have another separate console, vmanage only. That's what DNS center means. That's another word for vmanage. And then what is a Cisco access architecture? Okay, you have the GUI control layer, which is your same thing. After the GUI, you will have the access point only, the sub of in your branch. You will have a separate app for that. Imagine you have a separate app for that. Then you have a network layer, which is your, see the underlay, the normal ospf, under then the add-ons, LISP link. LISP is the link internet service protocol. I forgot. It's in my next video actually, but I forgot the word. Okay, so LISP, VXLAN, and CTS are the technology for VXLAN is for the this is for the switches, and then this is the switch, the wireless router, and everything. Now the physical layer, nothing to understand, no need to understand. Network layer, overlay network, you have the same thing. It's just that it's bypassing like the VPN. Underlay network, automated. This type of mm, you are only setting the plug and play. That's all. Overlay network, control plane. You know what does control plane and all? Control plane and data plane. Now the control plane is the is your networking protocol, okay, and the data plane is your VLAN ID. That's what it is, okay. So you will be carrying this VLAN to this router. So that's what it is. And then access control plane, LISV, locator ID separation protocol. Nothing so fancy. Data plane. Now this is the data plane. How the LI how the the data is your uh, the data is your YouTube video images. Then this is the IP address. LISP header, your location, the outer location. They all have this outer LISP IP header, outer LISP UDP header. So UDP to carry, then outer you will have another to cover up. VXLAN identifier, forward any IP based. So LISP, this all outer Ethernet header, it is all to cover. Is this is what a VPN look like. Now you have the fabric plane, group policy. How to what is this group policy? One bit, don't learn. Egress is the outside. So all of this is just telling to keep how to protect your how to fabric plane. To support this for one. Okay, so it's just adding how VXLAN work, and then VXLAN is adding the you're grouping them. Okay, so you have you want two PCs to be one. Okay, you want 4 GPU in your one PC, so you want them to be loaded, right? Okay, they're all sharing the load balancer. So VXLAN is kind of like that, but for the labeling part. So so you will have like the HSRP, okay, like load balancing, but for the label. That's what VXLAN in short is. Then you have the policy, which is your another what we call it. You have this is VRF is the add-on for the creating a VPN, one-to-one connection. Oh, you want this connection to this here? Okay, I will add for you another VRF. So it's adding a table in your virtual, adding a map in your router. Okay, you can go here, you can go there. Then this is what the diagram it is. Okay, you have the wireless LAN controller, the DNS interface. You have from that you will have a server. Okay, that will look all into your devices. Okay, which nodes is and which node is there, and fabric plane SD access fabric port. This is where you will have the what do you say? This is where you will have your main router, then yeah, SD access. Just pretty expensive. An edge node must be either a Cisco or a router in the fabric overlay, a fabric over a single anycast SVI with the same IP, same thing. Identifies on point in order fabric the border control. What they do, nothing changed from the normally, nothing changed at all. The same concept is just more protected. VXLAN cap. VXLAN will just directly go. I hate the word VXLAN. VXLAN fabric edge, fabric X tunnel point. They want the tunnel point for this. Yeah, this is the tunnel point. Your your access is directly talking to your core. That's what no, leave it. So virtual network, you have host pool, assigned scalable, anycast gateway. You will have the same. It's the HSRP concept. Okay, Cisco ISE appliances. What is an ISE? Leave it. I don't. So you have the identity services engine, identity and policy, AAA. The control provide all the subsystem for the management. Cisco DNA, API, network automation, same thing. You know what it's saying is just how AAA work. Okay, now the remove this. Okay, remove this. You have the main. Okay, remove this. You have the main router. Okay, that main router will control everything. How the data will work. Okay, and that data you will set a server. Okay, like you will set a server before it. Is that check the AAA? You will have a AAA. So basically, you're having a firewall. After that firewall passes through, like which is the AAA authentication, it will go to your DNA. I mean your server system. This control provide all the managers for the. It's just trying to monitor each Cisco network. The three main controller. Cisco network control platform. That NDP. Cisco identity. This is where you will. This is the ACL part, where you instead of your ACLing in the part where okay from this location you're allowed to access this branch. Then you have the network data. What are the data? You can block some apps. Okay, you can block some apps. So no need to have a separate IP address or YouTube. No, it will just understand. Oh, this app is not gonna work. Then you have the network control. To the management network control. Your like what it says. Status to the management layer. What is the your the health of the router. When I say health of the router, it means when it's what are the how much speed you're getting bandwidth. That what it is. The bandwidth and the connection. And the Cisco is the user interface of via all same thing like vmanage. Image used nothing. So it has the dashboard and all of this. You have a way to traffic copy using to copy IP traffic between for monitoring or just creating a dummy, a testing ground. Okay, then you have devices also. Now you have the SD-wan, which is seeing the other part, which is your the SD access. The DNA was what was within your one branch. Now this like within your campus. Now this is like wide area. So branch 1, branch 2, branch 3. Now in here this is the two types of SD-wan. With cloud-based. Cloud-based is nothing. It means you will have a router. For another clear unified thread to SD-wan. This that's what it is saying. Now don't get confused by this. You have the main server in here. You have your data center, another data center. Then this is your your area, your small area, your branch. You have this is branches means if it's not showing you branch, it means if it's telling branch, it can also mean the main HQ. So these are the three. It's all connected by the vSmart. Now vSmart, it means how to reach to the single point, which is they all want to reach to this router, right? So what are they gonna do? Now the vSmart is gonna know the link. It's gonna tell to the router, hey, you can reach. It's gonna send its own map to these routers. Then we have the vbond, which when you add the router, okay, it will check and verify. And then you have the vmanage, and then you have the vanalytic, everything. VNA is a single NMS. The VNA is a single and glass network management system to configure map for overlay similar to the what else? vSmart, it will say what are the, so vmanage NMS glass network management system. It will just see from you in the vmanage you have everything, the configuration and everything. Okay, this is where you will add your configuration, take the file, put it inside the the router. Then you have the vSmart. When vSmart, when you add that router, it will verify, oh, there's a connection in the router. Now it will say, hey, this is how you can, the VRF, you saw the VRF. It will let them know how they can reach to this location. vEdge and customer edge. So vEdge is the router that's running Vipilla software such as everything. No changes actually. So vEdge Cisco AMP. What is the VC virtual inter URL NAT traversal? Now NAT you will have so to change from the private network to the public, you can this is what the NAT traversal does. So SD-wan provides that part. You will so this, yeah, that's all. vAnalytic adapt more sites such as quality of experience cloud on ramp. Not important. Basically in here it's talking, okay, Office 365. You will have AWS Office. You have all these softwares. How can you run it better? And on ramp. So you want to access all this. Now you have your AWS. You have you have other services. It can lead you directly to that services. It will just learn that route and save it in your map, in your router map, and it will do a cache, memory cache. So this is what this slide about. So you have the software, it will learn that. Then you have same thing, software only. Then you have infrastructure. It can go to your data center. So if you have a data, it will learn that route and go there also, and you're done. So in short, what I'm now understood is the SD-wan memorized. In short, SD-wan memorizes the route. It gives more in-depth details of how you can reach from point A to point B, more control over the points from point A to point B, how you can reach, and which are the routes you can reach. So an application awareness. It stops some apps. You have more control over the security, what the user can access, one cannot. Then if you have normal, you have like Slack, like this page. It's talking about the Dropbox. It will cache it. A cloud on rack and vmanage NMS become on the remote. And it's the gateway. You will have a direct gateway to these services. So it will be collaborated. So that's what it is. And the DNA is the another GUI. That's all. I wrote the small summary for this part for the SD-wan. So it can if you want to skip the video, you can even skip the video and just read the description. If you have any words to look into it, just write it down and I will pin it in my video. And that's all. I hope you can cover all this in the next video. If you're gonna rewatch this video, you will be able to skip and focus on the main points. It will be within 30 seconds, my description. Thank you and have a good night.